Letter 10 by Charles Lamb. PM, October 17, 1796. My dearest friend, I grieve from my very soul to observe you in your plans of life, veering about from this hope to the other, and settling nowhere. Is it an untoward fatality, speaking humanly, that does this for you, a stubborn, irresistible concurrence of events? Or lies the fault, as I fear it does, in your own mind? You seem to be taking up splendid schemes of fortune only to lay them down again, and your fortunes are an ignis fatuus that has been conducting you, in thought, from Lancaster Court, Strand, to somewhere near Matlock, then jumping across to Doctor somebody's whose son's tutor you were likely to be, and would to God the dancing demon may conduct you at last in peace and comfort to the life and labors of a cottager. You see from the above awkward playfulness of fancy that my spirits are not quite depressed. I should ill deserve God's blessings, which since the late terrible event have come down in mercy upon us, if I indulged regret or querulousness. Mary continues serene and cheerful. I have not by me a little letter she wrote to me, for, though I see her almost every day yet, we delight to write to one another, for we can scarce see each other, but in company with some of the people of the house. I have not the letter by me, but will quote from memory what she wrote in it. I have no bad, terrifying dreams. At midnight, when I happen to awake, the nurse sleeping by the side of me, with the noise of the poor mad people around me, I have no fear. The spirit of my mother seems to descend and smile upon me, and bid me live to enjoy the life and reason which the Almighty has given me. I shall see her again in heaven. She will then understand me better. My grandmother, too, will understand me better, and will then say no more, as she used to do. Polly, what are those poor crazy mothered brains of yours thinking of always? Poor Mary, my mother indeed never understood her right. She loved her, as she loved us all, with a mother's love, but in opinion, in feeling, and sentiment, and disposition, bore so distant a resemblance to her daughter that she never understood her right, never could believe how much she loved her, but met her caresses, her protestations of filial affection, too frequently with coldness and repulse. Still she was a good mother. God forbid I should think of her but most respectfully, most affectionately. Yet she would always love my brother above Mary, who was not worthy of 1/10 of that affection, which Mary had a right to claim. But it is my sister's gratifying recollection that every act of duty and of love she could pay, every kindness, and I speak true, when I say to the hurting of her health, and most probably in great part to the derangement of her senses, through a long course of infirmities and sickness, she could show her she ever did. I will some day, as I promised, enlarge to you upon my sister's excellencies. 'Twill seem like exaggeration, but I will do it. At present short letters suit my state of mind best. So take my kindest wishes for your comfort and establishment in life, and for Sarah's welfare and comforts with you. God love you, God love us all. This letter is the only one in which Lamb speaks freely of his mother. He dwells on her memory in blank verse, 1798, but in later years he mentioned her in his writings only twice, in the Elia essays, New Year's Eve, and My First Play, and then very indirectly, probably from the wish to spare his sister pain, although Talfourd tells us that Mary Lamb spoke of her mother often. Compare the poem on page 110. In a letter written by Mary Lamb to Sarah Stoddart on September 21, 1803, there is further light on Mrs. Lamb's want of sympathetic understanding of certain characters. The references at the beginning are to Coleridge's idea of joining Perry on the Morning Chronicle, of teaching Mrs. Evans' children, of establishing a school at Derby, on the suggestion of Dr. Crompton, and finally of moving from Bristol to settle down in a cottage at Nether Stowey and support himself by husbandry and literature.